The race cars on track behind me are about to start a race that lasts for 12 straight hours on a racetrack that used to be a military airport. It's one of the United States' most historic and prestigious races, the 12 Hours of Sebring. I'm going to take you with me today as I stand trackside with a camera in my hand and film race cars. It's going to be awesome. Well, good morning and welcome to the paddock for the 12 Hours of Sebring, one of North America's most prestigious and most historic sports car races. It's just after 7:30 in the morning. We just rolled into the track about a half hour ago, early start, got all set up in the media center. Now we're down in the paddock to get the cars as they get pushed down to the false grid before they go out for the recon lap. It's one of the best races of the year. This is one of the best racetracks on earth to film race cars at. It's one of the most challenging circuits. If you ask any of the drivers, they'll say this is one of the most difficult racetracks all year. It's so bumpy, so abrasive. It's built on an old Army Air Force World War II training airfield. And a lot of these concrete blocks you see behind me that make up the paddock, those are from the original runways that they built back for that Army Air Base. So it's an incredible circuit. I love hanging out here, and it just comes to life during this 12 Hours Sebring race. It's really one of my favorite events of the year. It's one of the best IMSA events. Obviously, they have the Rolex 24, and they've got so many great races. 6 hours of Watkins Glen, you know, the Long Beach GP. But here, Sebring is just special. There's something that just feels right about taking these state-of-the-art race cars and running them on an old Army airfield and just beating the crap out of them. This is actually the track where they'll do a lot of testing and a lot of development because, as they say, if you want to run the 24 Hours of Le Mans, bring your car to the 12 Hours of Sebring. If it can last 12 hours of Sebring, it can definitely do 24 at Le Mans. That's about all I have to say for now. I'm going to try and keep these talking head pieces to a minimum and just show you guys fun moments and cool race cars. So I'll see you all again in just a little bit.
But surely they're all going to get the same shot, so it's going to devalue.
Yeah, but they're all shooting. No, they're all shooting for different publications and different everything. That's the thing.
Right? It's not like the sun's right there in that passage. It's like over there.
Wow, make a photographer out of you yet, Ben. Wow. Brent, you're in my shot, buddy. Why are we getting the same shot? Okay. Yeah. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Appreciate you. Jamey Price is still waiting, like the Japanese soldiers on those islands that didn't know the war was over. Jamey's still out here.
No, I'm missing one car and it's coming, I promise. Don't give me shit, Mark. It's coming.
Well, that was actually not bad. It's always a bit of a crapshoot when you got people all around and you don't really want to ask the fans to get out of your way so you can get a shot. Like, everyone's allowed to be there. But, you know, got what you got. I think there's some cool shots in there. Just shot some slow-mo. Brett and Jared got some shots as well, and everything looked really cool. So, pretty happy, about as good as you can get. I'm going to head to the grid now for the grid walk. We're already starting to queue up. Recon laps in about 10 minutes, and then they'll park the cars up in the grid. Every fan with a general admission ticket can come down to the grid, see the cars, meet the drivers. There's a driver intro stage. It's one of the best parts of being a fan at an IMSA race. Well, welcome down to the grid here in Sebring, and in just a few minutes they're going to open up that end of the grid and let all of the spectators on. All the fans can come down here and enjoy the grid walk and see all the different race cars. If you're new to IMSA, basically it's multi-class sports car racing. So we have 4 different classes of cars, and they all race on the track at the same time, having 4 individual races. So you kind of get 4 races for the price of 1. So our classes are 2 different classes of GT cars. We have GTD and then GTD Pro, with the only difference being that the Pro cars can have an all-professional driver lineup, and the regular GTD has AM drivers, so what we call a gentleman driver or an amateur driver. Then we have LMP2 cars and GTP cars, which are our 2 prototype classes. LMP2 cars are raced all around the world at different championships like the ELMS. They race them at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. And then we have the GTP cars, our top class prototypes, the fastest cars. They're run by Cadillac, Lamborghini. We have the new Aston Martin Valkyrie. There's a whole bunch of really cool GTP cars, like the BMW M Hybrid V8. And they're actually on pole for this race, which is awesome to see BMW just sort of climbing farther and farther up the grid. They've won a race each of the last 2 years, so cool to have them on pole here at Sebring. They're also on pole at Daytona. So we'll see how strong they are during the race. This is, like I said, one of the toughest races of the year, but there's nothing like multi-class sports car racing. It is just incredible. It's like my favorite form of racing. I love IMSA because we get this amazing fan experience. It's a little more rugged. As you can see, we have the NASCAR style pits for this, where the guys have to jump over a wall, and they kind of just have scaffolding set up in the pit lane. So no fancy pit lane garages like they have in F1. You get that sort of like, you know, just rustic American vibe from it, and that's what I love about it. And they make it all about the fans. The fans can come down here and enjoy it. When Dan Panos founded the American Le Mans Series, he wanted it to be all about for the fans. And as you know, the racing championships have changed over the years. Obviously, we now have IMSA, the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, but the vibe is still the same. Make it about the fans, and you know, make the cars the stars. Let the fans come down here and see them. It's really awesome. So I'm going to get to shooting the grid. This is when I get a lot of my, you know, stuff for edits. You know, guys like, you know, signing autographs. You know, high-fiving fans enjoying themselves. It all helps fill out the edit and tell the story of the full event. So I'm going to go get started with that, and I'll check in with you guys before the start.
Can I follow the BMWs, or do I just let them pass? Brent usually gets just let them pass, right?
Follow them, yeah,
So
just something different.
follow.
I'm just going to I'll only probably make it to the end of the lane, and I'll just pan. That's probably all I'll have time to do.
That'll be pretty though.
Yeah, it'd be different.
And Brent setting up that one. Is he
He's already there.
Walker.
Here, guys.
Ferrari 296.
How we doing?
Welcome to the back of the grid.
Hell yeah. It's not where you start.
Play finish.
Well, have fun today, man. Good luck.
Direct your attention to the starter stand and welcome today's guest.
Driver intro's done. We had a great system down there working together to help each other get the group shot, but letting the drivers know, because they can't really hear anything, because you got to yell, guys, over here, look here. And you want their eyes looking at your camera specifically, right? So it's quite difficult. But now we got the grid packed up here. It's amazing. Look how many people are here. Unbelievable. I talked about that earlier. Just it's amazing how the fans can come down here and see the cars up close. We go for this for about another 15 minutes, and then we get the opening ceremony started. It's going to be a flyover. Man, they just do racing right in the U.S. Like, it's cool in Europe. It's cool when I go to the international stuff. I love traveling, doing the World Endurance Championship, and shooting Spa 24 and all that. It's awesome. But there's just something about the way they do it here in the U.S. where it's like a big show. You've got military jets doing a flyover, parachute guys. It's awesome, and it's all about the fan experience, and it's just so awesome. And I'm going to mention that in all my vlogs. I don't care if you guys think that's annoying, but I mention every single one. It's awesome. Come down to an IMSA race. It's affordable. You can bring the whole family for the price of a grandstand ticket at most F1 races. So it's awesome. Can't get over saying that enough. So I'm going to get to shooting the opening ceremonies, and I will see all of you in turn 1 for the start. Managed to hitch a ride with Tom on his golf cart down to the exit of turn 1. I'm going to do the start from here. Brent is over in the middle of turn 1, and Jared's in turn 4. So we get 3 different start shots. I should have mentioned I have both Brent and Jared with me, the absolute dream team. They've been doing an amazing job all weekend. It's been incredible to have them. We're going to do so many awesome projects together this year. So amazing to have those guys. We'll show them on a little bit later in the video. But I'm going to do here, it's a nice shot as they come over these big bumps in the first turn. A really cool spot to get an awesome start shot as they snake through this first corner. So we got 12 hours of racing, folks. 56 cars. It's going to be amazing. So it's the first full course yellow of the day, and we're going to have an update with Mr. Jamey Price. Jamey, over under 8.5 full course yellows today?
Over.
Over. I think over too. I think it's going to be a rough race. 56 cars. It's the most we've ever had, probably.
But who's the first retirement today, you think?
Oh, I don't want to name drop someone I think that's going to retire.
And is it a client?
Yeah, that's. Probably, I know who I want to say, but we'll be diplomatic. That's me. So I just made my way down to turn 5 now to get the, hopefully the dirt shot where the drivers, if they'll oblige us, drop one wheel in the dirt as they go over the curb, but nobody has yet. So might try for a little bit longer, but I'm not going to camp out here too long. It's a really cool shot if you can get it. All right, folks, I'm actually just going to hop the fence here quick. Let's go. I'm just going to hop over here. Don't get stuck. Exactly. That's my workout for the day. We have returned to the media center now after race start and session shooting trackside. So I left you off in turn 5. We went down to turn 7, a little bit of shooting there. We actually jumped over the fence into the fan area, did some shooting there, some pans with the fans in the foreground. I love doing that. Definitely not a young man anymore. Jumping over the fence took a lot out of me. But yeah, we're going to do a little bit of editing now and then head over to the pits. We're basically going to do pits for the next 4 hours. We're not going to go trackside anymore. There's so many cars and the light is terrible right now because it is noon. So we are about 2 hours into the race and focus on pit lane, and then we'll head out again when the light is nice. All right, so Brent and I are down in the pits now. We're going to do a run here, hopefully get a couple of pit stops. Just kind of wait around, see what happens. The GT cars tend to pit about once an hour, same for the GTP cars a little bit more often. So just kind of got to wait around, watch timing. We do a lot of livescoring.us, the website, because it'll show you the last pit stop, which is amazing. So that's kind of what we just monitor on our phones and stuff to see when we need to be at certain spots in the pit lane. Thing about shooting the pit stops here at IMSA is just the way the pit lane's set up. So unlike in the World Endurance Championship, for example, where you have fancy pit garages, here it's like a NASCAR style setup. I think I mentioned that earlier, but basically the guys have to jump over the wall. You can see like how tightly packed everyone is here in the pit lane with their setups that there's not really much room for me to get in between here and shoot pit stops while a stop is happening. And I'm always really concerned about getting in the way. So you just kind of got to deal with it and basically try and find a solution, you know, and just shoot around and cheat in a lot of pit stops from practice. That's the way to do it. So we're well over the halfway point now, only 4 hours and 45 minutes to go. It's 5:25 p.m. I've just been sitting here for the last couple of hours working on edits, honestly, which is not the most exciting thing, but it's what I need to really be focused on during the race right now while Jared and Brett are out doing a bit of shooting. I'm going to be heading out soon for the sunset, but figured I'd give you a lowdown on the media room here. So we're actually not in a traditional media center. We are in a hotel. There's a hotel in Turn 7 called 7, and it actually, if you can get a room on the backside of the hotel, you actually have a view of Turn 7, and I can actually walk out of the media center, or the conference room they have us in, and here we are, trackside. It's pretty cool. It's definitely far from the actual pit lane and stuff, but it's great because we have parking right next to the hotel. The internet's actually been very good, and it's just chill. So it's really cool. It's been an awesome place to hang out and get some work done. So thanks to Sebring for setting up a media room here in the hotel for us. just made a quick stop in the pits there to get an Inception or Optimum Motorsport pit stop. Now I have all 3 drivers, which is perfect, so their edit tomorrow will be an absolute banger, and all the drivers will be happy. Now I'm going to head down to turn 1 to shoot the sunset. It's starting to kick off. It's about 6:45 p.m., and it's going to be amazing in the next few minutes. So I'll head out turn 1, and I'll see you there. Great, of course.
Yeah.
Made a short trip down to turn 1, and naturally, a safety car came out. Well, the light's pretty good, although it's not perfect yet. We want the sun to drop a little bit lower, so maybe another 15 minutes or so, it'll look amazing. So hopefully the safety car will be done by then. But I figured I'd take a moment just to explain some of the gear that I'm using today, because I did have some folks a couple vlogs ago mention they'd like to hear more about the gear. So I'm using the Sony FX6 as per usual. But today, instead of the 100 to 400 G Master lens, I'm actually using a 70 to 200 with a 2x teleconverter. So a little bit different. The lowest aperture I can be at is f/5.6, which is pretty good. It works for this. That's very similar to what the 100 to 400 is, but the focus is a little bit different. There's a little bit of focus breathing, and definitely it's a lot less precise with the teleconverter. So there's some give and take with it, but it's been nice to have the option of a 70 to 200, and then for times like this when I'm pretty far from the cars, I can throw that teleconverter on and have some extra reach. And that's a great option if you're on a budget and you're looking to get some more out of your lenses, is looking to getting a teleconverter, because it can really help. Then my other lens is just the 24 to 70 Sigma f2.8, and that's basically all I've been using. I have my 50mm 1.4 with me, but I haven't really been using it. So just really been using 2 lenses this weekend. That's pretty much it. I do still have the A7S III with me. Done some gimbal stuff with it. That's pretty much all that camera's used for. So yeah, that's basically the gear that we're using today. And hopefully the safety car gets cleared up and I can show you some dope sunset shots.
A few moments later.
Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. All right, this is going to be an amazing vlog update. So the safety car lifted for about 8 seconds, and now there's another safety car, and the light is fading. So that's great. I think the rule should be, like, if you bring out a safety car during the sunset or the sunrise, like safety car during golden hour, 3 race ban. Like, you're done. You're done. Like, we'll see you at Watkins Glen. Like that. Like, you're just really annoyed. But in all seriousness, hopefully the driver is okay and it's not a serious incident. But anyway, it just sucks for us. Yeah, not too pleased about that. We're waiting all day for this. It's the best time to be someone that does my job is right now. The sun looks like that. Okay, maybe I'll just film them under safety car. That'll be fun, right? It's never easy. There's about an hour left in the race. It's 10 after 9 in the evening. And I'm just gonna try and get some brake rotor shots here at turn 7. So we're actually right outside our media room. It's just in there. So we're just gonna get some brake rotor shots, hopefully. Nice glowing red rotors. One of my favorite parts about shooting night racing is getting that shot. We're just gonna stay here for about 20 minutes. My God, the moon back there. It's massive. I don't know if you can see it, but holy crap, it's huge. It's orange, it's like a blood moon. Amazing. I'm gonna try and get these brake rotor shots. We're just gonna for around 20 minutes, and then we're gonna just head to the pit lane and see where we're at. It looks like we're gonna have BMW win this race, or at least be on the podium in GTD Pro. So we're gonna need to capture that. So it's gonna be a bit of a mad dash after we get these shots down to the pit lane. One of the things I should mention about shooting at night is that it's stupid and don't do it. Shooting at night is so hard. This is one of the only places at Sebring that has lights. It's not easy to shoot at night. You have to guess what cars are coming. It's really hard. I'm just blinded by these lights coming towards me. You can't tell which car's which. It's hard. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
25 minutes to go now. We've made our way to the pits. We've got Jared, Brent, and I all split up in different spots. It looks like we're going to have both GTD Pro BMWs from Paul Miller Racing on the podium. So let's see how it goes. Still time for another yellow flag. You never know in IMSA what can happen. We're ready to go to get the team celebrating and then have to basically book it down to the podium.
Presenting the trophies one more time for Mobile One.
We've returned to the media center, Jared and I. Brent is helping Jamey Price take luggage to the paddock or something because he has to send luggage back to Charlotte with one of the teams, which is like fun logistical stuff. But anyway, I forgot to do an update when I was at the podium. We had Paul Miller Racing finish second and third in GTD Pro. So we filmed them celebrating, went to the podium, filmed that. Podiums take a really long time, and IMSA gets a lot of sponsor obligations with the different hats and things. They do this like hat dance where they keep switching hats. It's quite interesting. But yeah, so it takes a little while, but luckily GTD Pro is the second podium. Fortunately, nobody else on podium for us today. But yeah, it was good. Jared, how was your day?
It was pretty good. It was long. Hot, really hot. Very windy today too. But
yeah, it was really windy. It was a nice reprieve actually, but it was very hot. But yeah, we're gonna do some editing now.
Sunset sucked.
Sunset was terrible. There was 2 safety cars during sunset. You saw me complain about that already. Yeah, so we're just gonna pack up and go get some food before all the eateries in Sebring close in 45 minutes. And then we're going to go back to the house, and I think I'm going to finish my edit at the house or just go to bed and finish in the morning because it's not going to be posted until tomorrow anyway. So, yeah, get on the horn to the folks and let them know what's going on, the PR folks, and then we'll get out of here. That's the plan. Well, good morning. It's the morning after the Sebring 12-hour, and since we have the opportunity to, we have to do the in-bourbon video shower score. So let's head into the shower and do the review. Oh, hi, Jamey.
Good morning.
What do you think of the shower?
It's okay. The water pressure is pretty decent. Like
it's not bad. Yeah.
We washed all the race day grime off pretty well. So
yeah, we didn't have any soap or shampoo, but to the woman who rented us the house's credit, she Instacarted it to us. She felt really bad. So because it's.
Feel bad. What Airbnb doesn't have soap?
You have never been to one in Belgium, have you? You're lucky if it comes with a shower. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. It's fine. Like the pressure was good, and
it's
gets
very
hot.
Florida.
Yeah, it's very Florida. It gets hot really quickly. I'm actually very Florida right now. Jamey's very Florida right now. He's got his dad mode on
a Disney cruise.
He's taking his kids on a Disney cruise. Look at the floors in here. Look at that's not color grading. Like this is like grandma's Florida house. And the sad thing is we've stayed here many times and she's taken it off the market. So we can't stay here next year. And this is the worst race on the planet to buy accommodation for. So
The Bee Gees house.
Oh, the Bee Gees house. But it's also the Bee Gees house because the first time we stayed here, there was 2 Bee Gees CDs here, and that's all there was. So we just listened to the Bee Gees the whole time. We'll check in when we get to wherever we're having breakfast. Good morning from not Waffle House, unfortunately. We're at the Village Inn.
Why doesn't Sebring have a Waffle House?
This would be the perfect place to have one. It's the right
Waffle House in Sebring.
We should do that. That'd be a great business opportunity. But yeah, Jamey, how was your race? I mean, so you worked with a remote editor.
Look at my amazing tan line here.
That is a burn line.
So everyone in this place is sunburned. It's full of race fans. People wear sunscreen. Holy crap. So How was your race? You worked with a remote editor for the first time for IMSA anyway, Nick Dungan.
Shout out to Nick.
And it seemed like you were less stressed out, and you guys were done like really early last night. Normally you'd be editing till like 3 a.m.
It was incredible. Like, I may never shoot a race and edit my own pictures ever again. It was incredible.
So can you give us like a quick rundown of how the logistics of that work?
Yeah, so take picture, go back eventually and ingest the cards, and then do a quick selection, and then we would basically just take that selection, upload to a Dropbox folder. Nick sitting at his house in England, where it was much, much, much later than it was here. So when we're uploading it, 9 p.m., it's 1 a.m. in England, so Nick was sitting there waiting for our pictures to come in. He would then take those pictures off the Dropbox folder, edit them, and put them into the folders where they need to go for our clients, and I never had to touch them.
Amazing. That sounds unreal. I wish I could do that. It's hard to do that with video because the files are so big. I mean, there's some systems you can use with Sony, or there's like different stuff, but they all involve like wearing a backpack and like transmitting.
We were sending a lot of pictures though. We were sending probably each drop. There's 3 of us. We would send 150 pictures each.
Saying RAWs as well.
No, we were sending high-res JPEGs.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, you're a JPEG guy now.
No, I shoot RAW and JPEG. We would send either JPEGs, and I keep the RAWs.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain and start shooting JPEGs.
So he even said actually that the JPEGs weren't like, you couldn't do enough with them at sunrise and sunset. Like, it was just kind of, you're pretty limited to make it.
So you got to get it right in camera. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, that definitely helps out. Like, that's why like I've started bringing these 2 guys to more races, and you have to think about logistics of that as well, because like the money has to make sense. Because I have to bring 2 people with me. It's flights, hotels. They have to get paid well. It's meals, like everything. So, but if I make a little bit less money, I'm okay with that because I'm less stressed out. The work is better. I can focus more on delivering for my clients and keeping them happy, which makes them, want to continue to hire us, which is huge.
I had multiple people come up to me and say that the pictures were faster and that they were really happy with the overall flow of it.
And there you go, right there. It's like worth the money because, it's you got it. But let's get a quick, Brent, how was your Sebring?
Sebring was good.
Thank you. Sharon, how was your Sebring?
Sebring was good.
You can't do the same bit. What are you doing? You can't do this.
All right, well, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Really do appreciate it. Some new things. We do have a Discord server now, so the link is in the description below if you want to come share memes and funny cat photos and talk about IMSA things, and I'll dish some behind the scenes on there as well. So yeah, but thanks so much for subscribing, liking, all that kind of stuff. It means a lot. I had met a couple people in Sebring who came up to me and told me they've been loving the content, which is awesome. So hopefully we continue with that and keep making people enjoying, or keep sharing the behind the scenes with everyone, and just sharing the journey. That's the whole point. So we'll see you all in the next one.